Thank you so much for tuning in. I think you're really going to like today's show. This is a 4-part series on cryptocurrency with Critical Crossroads, a longtime supporter and friend of the channel. There will be a link in the description to his channel. Make sure you go over there, tell him I sent you, and please subscribe. Other than that, please enjoy, but make sure you hit that like button, turn on the notifications, subscribe, share, do whatever you have to do to help us grow. Thank you and enjoy.
So have you, did you make $100,000 on Dogecoin yet?
No. $100,000, that's chump change nowadays.
I know, right? That'll sustain you for like 2 weeks now.
Maybe.
The inflation, maybe. Man, since we last talked, a lot of things have happened, but it's so bizarre, man. It's just so bizarre. Things don't even seem real anymore. I don't even know how sane that sounds, but it just seems like so scripted. As before, like, you know, like channels like Quantum of Conscious would talk about like, oh yeah, everything's scripted. And you'd be like, okay, man, maybe you're a little out on a limb there. But now it's just like, we got green screen for the president. We got Kamala going up the stairs and there's no plane. It's like, what the F is going on, man?
I don't even watch anymore. It got to the point where
good on you. Good on you.
I can't. It's not that I can't stand it. It's just like I can't even understand it.
Me neither.
I'm just tired of it. So I'm trying to unplug as best I can, but you know, every time I turn around, there's another headline or something strange going on, and so this is why I try to spend most of my time in the backyard and just.
Man, you're better off than most. And I don't even know what I can trust, what I can't trust. And it's just like, I got too many things to focus on in my own personal life now, as callous as that may seem. But I just think that's the formula now to just pretty much keep your sanity. I don't know how that sounds.
No, I mean, it's actually a really good segue into what we want to talk about tonight. Like, you know,
for sure.
Crypto.
Mm-hmm.
I can't trust the news. I can't trust anything that I'm told.
No.
Yeah, in the crypto space, I mean, it just seems like people that are in it, at least, you know, quite a few would agree with me. You can't trust anything in the news except the news that you want to hear.
Exactly.
It never ends with that. Yeah, the news is all fake until I hear something that resonates, that I really want to hear, then it must be all fake.
Right.
I don't get
it. You know, it'd be nice just to rely on the numbers that you see, you know, because, you know, the one thing that I find encouraging is a lot of people in the crypto space, they'll tell you right away that everything's manipulated, you know, and I think crypto is one of the first entrances for people that are new to, I guess, get quote unquote woke, because then they realize just how many things are manipulated. You know, it would almost sound like conspiratorial nonsense maybe 15 years ago. If almost everybody on the space would just be saying, yeah, you know, the whales are going to manipulate it today. And, you know, you would hear things like that and you'd be like, okay, this guy is already off in La La Land. But now everybody just talks like that normally. Everybody just talks like, yeah, everything's manipulated, you know?
Yeah, there is a lot of acknowledgement of that. But, I mean, I suffer from a great deal of PTSD shock from the crypto space. And I want to just really quick go
ahead.
Background how I got into this space, and then explain what I mean by shell shock and PTSD. My dad, my dad got into this in 2013. My he was an electrician turned truck driver. He was not
okay.
So I have no idea how on earth he figured this out, but he got in, like I said, 2013. And I remember this because he was talking about it. I'm like, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Right.
And so, but I'd watch, because at the time I had become a day trader. I took a couple of years off teaching to learn day trading, and that's a whole other story. But I remember watching the price go up and up and up, and then it finally got to the price of gold. And at the time, I started getting into gold and silver and Mike Maloney and you know, Ron Paul kind of stuff.
Right.
It shot past the price of 1 ounce of gold. I couldn't believe it. I mean, it was it's important to understand how like big that was. It was,
oh yeah,
than gold. And then of course it goes up, I don't know, 1,500. And then what happened? It plummeted like in a week.
right.
It just crashed. And then within like, I don't know, 6 weeks, it was under $100. And
Right.
I was like biting my fingernails because I was terrified for my dad. He didn't have any money. You know, what little he had, he kind of put into this. And so that was like shell shock number one. And then, you know, he stuck with it, and he told me, you should get in and you should get in. And then by 2016, he kind of beaten me down where I'm like, all right, what is this Bitcoin thing? So a couple of years had gone by, and this is back when it was like $600 for Bitcoin.
Right.
So
Wow.
I bought some, and then I see on Coinbase they had two coins. They had Bitcoin and they had Ethereum. And I'm like, I don't even really know what Bitcoin is. And I sure as heck don't know what Ethereum is, but it's only $8. So I started buying Ethereum. And, you know, this is probably November, December 2016. And so I bought some of this and whatever. And we were coming back from vacation like in April of 2017. And Ethereum was like at $50. And so I sold like a third of it, which covered my cost that I needed to get in. And the next thing you know, it was like a 250, and I sold another third. And it goes, you know, Ethereum goes up to 1,500, Bitcoin goes to 20,000, and then what happened? And then it just crashed. And so it wasn't a big deal because I wasn't losing money. I had profits that I was losing, but you know, it was just so traumatic an experience to watch the prices swing. And so today, you know, people are like talking about it. You know, I have some friends and family, they ask me, I have nothing to say because at any given moment, I'm just expecting this thing to crash. Even when it's going up 30,000, 40,000, 50,000, I'm just waiting. I'm waiting for the end because until you've lived through that, what I call, you know, well, that experience, it's just like I have absolutely no confidence whatsoever. And, you know, that's just my observation. Again, look, I am not an expert. I am not a certified whatever. I have absolutely nothing intelligent to say whatsoever other than what I observe. And so with that having been said, there are some things about the crypto, specifically Bitcoin, that continually go unanswered. They're not addressed by even the I guess the most knowledgeable. I don't even know if I can say that because, you know, everybody's on YouTube. I don't know anyone personally, you know, the experts start their YouTube channels. And I mean, like, number one, the first thing, I have a list of pros and cons.
Right.
So I'm going to go through my list of cons.
Yeah, let's hear that.
And I am not like a bull or a bear. I have no idea.
Right.
Bitcoin could go to $1 million tonight. It could go to zero. I have no idea.
It could go to zero tomorrow, right?
I'm emotionally prepared either way.
Right.
I hope it goes to $1 million. But
of course,
let's just start from the beginning. Satoshi Nakamoto. Who is this guy? The founder of Bitcoin. He's some anonymous. I don't
think anybody. Yeah, and I don't think anyone can be quote unquote anonymous anymore. I don't. It sounds too. Yeah, it sounds too much of a, you know, like what they would tell someone in North Korea. You know, like nobody knows who he is. You know what I mean? It sounds like total propaganda. You know.
I personally can't get past it. Now, look, I mean, that's just me. I'm extremely like skeptical and suspicious, but it's just hard for me to accept that the guy who invented, I mean, this is what, the greatest invention since maybe the internet, let's say, right? And the internet,
of course.
Department of Defense, I guess. You know, it's not like one guy invented the internet.
Right.
The internet was designed by an agency that I don't really trust all that much. Let's just put it that way. To say,
of course.
You know what I mean? So it's very suspicious that this unknown guy, through the goodness of his heart, coming out of the great financial crisis in 2009, creates Bitcoin to replace money.
Right.
I mean, I like the idea, and I'm going to come back to that because it's an important point. But I'm just very suspicious right from the get-go of who this guy is or if he even exists.